Okay, in this video I had a buddy that was kind of curious how the autopilot worked in this game. It's kind of hard to just explain, so I'm going to do a short video because the videos I found online were way too complicated for somebody that just wants to play a game and not do a full-on flight simulator. I mean, just hop in and fly around a little bit. You don't want to have to get on the internet and start pulling up all these approach plates and airport plates. You can do everything from this in-game to get you from airport to airport on pretty much like a precision approach. I'll show you. We're going to fly from the home airport here. Set this as departure. We're going to take off 23. Then we're going to fly to Memphis because I know it's... And then we're going to zoom in and we're going to go to 18C here. It's going to be a pretty short flight. And one thing I don't know that if a lot of people know or not, I mean, I overlooked it for a little bit, but up here in the corner, you can change this from VFR, you can go VOR to VOR, IFR, low altitude and high altitude. We're going to click IFR for instrument flight, low altitude airways. It's going to, that way, kind of puts us on an approach path for this airport. And then we're going to go over here to the, under the Memphis side, under approach, and then we're going to click ILS 18C. But you could click any of them, that's just the one I want to do. You could go any direction with this. Left, right, you can even come in on the other side. But we're going to do C. That way you get to fly over the Coliseum and Hattie B's. So you can go in here too and change your cruise altitude. So we're just going to leave that. I made sure that it was dark, stormy, because I really want just to be able to look out the windows. These here are navigation waypoints. See them more just a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and click fly. Get this under. Just going. I think a lot of people try to take this game too serious, where it's just a game. I mean, I put the plane into the ground as much as I do the air. It's just, have fun with it. Like, I'm drinking a beer, flying this, making a goofy video right now. Don't care about it. You don't have to pretend
Kilo
like
Juliet Bravo Romeo traffic
it's
doctor.
life or
Echo
death.
Victor
Play
Lima
with shit.
666
Have
taking
fun.
off runway 23 south departure.
This should be stormy and crappy weather enough to do what we want to do. This plane, you can pretty much, you take off and you can make it land itself pretty easy, just with a few buttons. Let me set up some stuff on my monitor real quick. So, let me shut this
Aural
off.
warning, okay.
Should probably know why it's beeping, but no. Let's turn this off. Get rid of this. Let me try to speak up just a little bit. Okay, in the departure clearance, the ATC told us that we're gonna go up to 6,000 feet. So you can go ahead and crank this up if you want. Let me explain these. Here we have a heading knob that changes your course. Like this is our current course. This is the course that's selected. You can change this left or right. Okay, I lied to you. This is the magenta color is the course that the flight computer has on file from the flight plan. They get that from right down here. That's our heading too. Yeah, this is off to a great start. But the most important thing we're going to mess with, we're going to get the plane up, we're going to get it kind of level and kind of on course. We're going to push the autopilot button. Once we push that, it lets these controls here take over, so you can drink and fly. Push the autopilot button, and then we're going to push the navigation button. That's where this comes in. See where it says active nav? It's flight management. The game already does that. The computer, it's already loaded in there. This will kind of come into play in a little bit. I've seen some of the videos where people talk how you have to put the approach, you have to put the contact numbers off the approach plate into the game to catch the glide slope to land with an instrument approach. You don't have to do any of that. You push the approach button and you can land it. We're going to push 3 buttons to fly the plane to the ground. Or into the ground. Yeah, don't know how it's going to go yet. But I guess that's enough talking. We'll just start flying. So we're going to take this thing up to 5,700 foot. The heading's going to be 165, so that's in there. So let's just get it up there. I wanted it dark and nasty looking, so looking at the windows didn't really do anything for us. Let's get it up in there. To me, this is a really fun game. And just like anything, I mean, I remember playing Rainbow Six Online where people just got crazy with it. So we got this thing up in the ground now. The landing gear. I'm gonna raise the landing gear. Come on. There it goes. Shit. The game is pretty buggy, I'm not gonna lie. Raise the flaps up and we're gonna start turning back towards her. Our course, you can see there in the center here, as we turn, we're gonna get on that little magenta line. Don't freak out flying through these clouds because they don't matter. You can fly this plane just by these 3 screens here. Let me trim this out a little bit. Every time I start this game back up, my trim is just screwed. So now we're kind of level. We're kind of on course. We're gonna come up here. We're gonna push the autopilot button. We're going to push the navigation button. The autopilot button turns all this on. The navigation button will let us follow the magenta line that is set through the autopilot here that we set up when we were going from Jonesboro to Memphis. So that's 2 of the 3 things we need for this part. Now we need to hit the altitude button. And now we need to turn this to 6,000 because that's the altitude the aircraft control gave us, or I guess we followed the flight plan technically. They haven't given us anything yet. Then right beside that, we're going to hit the vertical speed button. And there's a little wheel right beside this. You move up and down. See, I'm going to turn it up. It's going to raise our vertical speed up to, we're just going to do 1,000 feet per minute. You could do faster. Do 2,000. I mean, it's a game. Do what you want. It's not really important. I mean, too much, you're going to overstress it.
FedEx 12 Flight 1, you are 58 miles northwest. Descend and maintain flight level 190. Expect RDET Zulu runway 18 left approach via Zoker transition. Clear to Zoker.
I'm somewhere in the middle of these people. I like a little bit of realism, but I still like to play
Memphis Center Day Echo Victor Lima 666 is climbing through 4,600 feet for 6,000 feet.
Cat is falling in my leg.
Dollar Echo Victor Lima 666 Memphis Center continue as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about the altimeter. See these numbers right here. The altimeter. You can change this manually by this. or you can push B on your keyboard and change it
runway
to
18 left approach via Zilker transition cleared to Zilker FedEx 1251.
We're going to zoom out a little bit, orient. See, we're going to fly this altitude until we hit this transition point. And then we are going to fly towards, here we're going to drop down to 3,000. And that's when we should hit the approach path.
FedEx 1251
right here.
contact Memphis Center on 135 decimal tree.
See, we have the origin here, and you can change all of this mid-flight too. I mean, if we get up in the air and we decide we want to go to Nashville,
135
it's
decimal
easy.
tree
It's just
for FedEx
going into flight
1251.
plan, click on this, hit that, and I mean, it's easy. I mean, you can always change the elevator. Really don't want to screw with this more than I have to. It's more complicated one. There will be a lot of these little routes to kind of get you down, but we're flying low anyway. We're probably 6,000 feet or something now, and I mean, they're going to bring us down to 3,000 feet at this navigational mark up here, or waypoint, I guess. So we're going to hit this turning, and then we're going to pick up glory, and then we'll be kind of set on our approach path.
FedEx
Then.
121, you are 56 miles northwest. Climb and maintain flight level 230. Expect RNet Zulu runway 18 center approach via Zilker transition. Clear to
I
Zilker.
should see pretty good out there. I wonder if you can see Memphis from here.
Memphis Center cargo jet 981 is at flight level 350 descending 10,000
That's good. That's
feet.
what we want.
Cargo jet 981 Memphis Center continue as planned. Descend and maintain 3,900 feet. Expect RNAV Zulu runway 18 center approach via Zilker transition. Clear to Zilker FedEx 121.
So, flying into Memphis at night too is going to be a lot of FedEx traffic. This game is pretty funny with the traffic. Sometimes you'll be flying in there and they'll try to land a plane on top of you. I've had them tell me go around, and sometimes they'll make the other plane go around. We're not going to do that until we get that close. We're just going to land. It's a game. Do what you want. We may do a loop and land. Probably not, because I want the plane to land itself, because that's what the whole point of this video. I'm going to pull back the throttle just a little bit so I don't blow the engine up. But hey, remember, it's not a real $3 million plane or whatever this thing costs in real life. It's a fake plane that you're flying, petting your cat, drinking a beer, and talking to people over the internet. I mean, have fun with it. You're going to see those people. I mean, you all know those people who play Rainbow Six in tactical pants and a vest, and there's a plane. And those same kind of people are going to have a $3,000 cockpit in their house and fly the plane with some kind of special ATC program. They're just going to take it serious. And those people aren't going to try to help you play the game for fun. They're going to tell you to go to some
Delaware
website
666 contact Memphis Center on 135 decimal tree.
and do a bunch of crap.
135 decimal tree day or
You
666.
don't have to do any of it. You can just have fun with the game.
Going to 118 decimal 625 FedEx 1251.
That's what irritated me. I guess I'll stop griping about that.
Memphis Center day or Echo Victor Lima 666 6,000 feet.
It's almost like they don't
Delta
want
Echo
people
Victor
playing
Lima
the game.
666 Memphis Center. Continue to Gulf Quebec. Echo is planned. Altimeter 29.902.
So we hit that waypoint there, so now they're trying to route us into Memphis through this corridor
Memphis
here.
Center Air Transport Tree 419er is at flight level
see these other
400
planes
descending
lining up.
10,000
Other
feet.
people are coming in on different routes, different transitions.
Air Transport Tree 419er Memphis Center. Continue as planned.
We're going to come here to Lori. See, we've got 5 minutes to hit Lori. And 3,000
Number
feet.
666, contact Memphis Center on 120.075.
They might lower us now. Doesn't really matter. You can lower yourself, and
120.075
then
for day or 666.
you can fly it without ATC, but then, I mean, I kind of like that a little bit. I don't want some guy telling me what
Memphis
to do
Center, day or Echo Victor Lima 666, 6,000 feet.
all the time, but
Delta Echo Victor Lima 666 Memphis Center, continue to Cayley as planned. Altimeter 29.92. Delta 666, you are 27 miles northwest. Maintain present heading and altitude, expect vectors ILS runway 18 center approach.
So I don't know if you hear the ATC talking to my headphones or not, but they just told us we're 27 miles northwest and expect runway 18C. So
Memphis Center FedEx 121 is out of 11,500 feet for 3,900 feet.
I should have planned this, you know.
FedEx 121 Memphis Center, continue to Zilker as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
So we've got so many people coming to
FedEx
this
121
airspace.
contact Memphis Center on 118.625.
I gotta respond.
Maintain present heading and altitude, expect vectors ILS runway 18 center approach day or 666.
They will
Delta
probably
666 contact Memphis Center on 118.625.
118.625 day or 666.
I would rather we kind of stay fast and high until we get here, then we'll kind of lower the flaps, lower the speed, lower the landing gear.
Memphis Center FedEx 121 is at 10,000 feet, descending 3,900 feet.
And you will kind of hear
FedEx
with the
121
ATC,
Memphis Center, continue to Zilker as planned.
hear
Altimeter
it.
29.92.
that they'll sometimes stack another plane on
FedEx
top of you.
121 contact
We're not as
Memphis
fast,
approach on
so
125.8.
when we get to Lori, it will probably pick up the glide slope here, and this will change
Going to
automatically.
125.8 FedEx 121.
So, better talk to them again.
Memphis Center, day or Echo Victor Lima 666, 6,000 feet.
Delta Echo Victor Lima 666 Memphis Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
We will get
Delta
straight.
666 contact
Shit,
Memphis
one
approach on 119.1.
Going to 119.1 day or 666.
When we make this turn, we will get straight here, and then we're going to click approach mode. You'll see this magenta line turn to a yellowish green color, and then we'll pick up the glide slope, and the plane will land itself. I gotta talk to approach.
Memphis approach day or Echo Victor Lima 666, 6,000 feet.
Delta Echo Victor Lima 666 Memphis approach, continue as planned.
We're just now crossing the
Altimeter
Mississippi River.
29.92. Delta 666 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Shelby Farms is out the window to the left. ATC just told us to descend and go to 3,000 feet. So we're going to take this knob here. Let me tell them I heard them.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet day or 666.
And turn it down to 3,000.
Delta 666, you are 15 miles northwest of Memphis. Maintain present heading and altitude. Contact Memphis Tower on 119.7.
We got about a minute to do it, so we got to drop 3,000 feet. So we're going to set this to 1,500 foot per minute. That way, 1,500 foot a minute, we got a minute and a half or less now since it's been yakking, so we're going to speed it up a little bit. And if
Delta 666, acknowledge last
you're going too
transmission.
fast, you can always slow down. I mean,
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 119.7 day or
yeah, see, this is
666.
what we want to be doing right now. Flying through, you can't even see Memphis. Yeah, we got a probably Southwest FedEx plane over there. There's probably 55.
FedEx 13460 or 1.
we're switching to
Memphis Tower Dair to go Victor Lima 6661 3 miles north inbound ILS runway 18 center approach.
Delta Echo Victor Lima 666 Memphis Tower. Cleared ILS runway 18 center approach.
See, they
Altimeter 29.9 2 and 271 at 17.
well, this should be fun. They cleared us to the runway. The wind
Cleared
is blowing
ILS runway
17 miles
18
an
center
hour, so-
approach Dair 666.
See, it'll pull us back, of course. We've got the runway in sight there. We're going to slow it down just a little bit. And then right next to the navigation button, we're going to click the button that says APR. We're going to hit that for approach mode. See here, this goes green. You don't have to put in all that crap from the from the approach plates that people want you to search. See here, we've got the glide slope. We're going to slow it down. We're going to put the first layer of flaps out. Having a little bit of trouble with the wind, so hopefully this thing will land itself. Let's see, we got a plane coming in on our left there too. I'm going to pull this in just a little bit just to see what they're going to do to us. I'm going to lower the flaps the rest of the way. Put the landing gear out. I mean, you don't even really have to look out the window. I just kind of look like the scenery. Going to slow the power down. That's all you have to do at this point. The plane will land itself. Maybe. With this wind, I've never actually done it with this much wind, so kind of screwed up right now. We're a little high. We're getting there. It's captured everything. Okay, yeah, we're doing good now. See, they're landing another plane on this airport right in front of us, so they will probably tell us to go around in a second, but we're not going to do that because it's a game. I mean,
Delta 666 cleared to land runway 18 center.
see, they cleared us
Follow
a
the
little.
generic on final.
Okay.
Wind 271 at 17.
You speed it up just a little bit so we don't stall out.
Cleared to land runway 18 center Dair 666.
And now we just enjoy the ride. We could come in faster, but really I'll just keep it around 80, 85, whatever. Don't want to stall it out. No need to blaze in. I mean, you could come in hot. If it was real life, they'd probably want you to, I guess. That way you wouldn't slow the whole FedEx delivery system down. Hell, I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty awesome game. I guess this other plane's about to... Yeah, I think we're clear now. So we should just go straight down. You could do all this without ever looking out the window. I mean, get the plane up in the air, get it straight. Just remember, turn on the autopilot, the navigation, and your vertical speed button. This is just basic shit. I mean, you can turn on the flight level control here, and flight level change, sorry, and that you can adjust your altitude with that, but it's a little harder to mess with. I mean, you can do it, just play with it. The heading mode, I told you, you can just set it to a heading and it'll fly that heading. Just all this, like, I mean, you can change it easy. It's just play with it. I mean, don't let these other people scare you away because they have a plane boner and are just not going to tell you how to do something. It kind of pisses me off. So, I mean, did all this just in game. You don't have to leave the game to look up a bunch of crap or have ForeFlight to play this game. Oh, it's a simulator. Well, sure. Just like farming simulator. so I'm not going to redo this video if it crashes, but every story of my life. Seems to be handling the wind okay.
Dollar 666, go around.
See, that plane, they tried to land on top of me. So I knew it was going to happen. It happens every time. Oh my God, what a shit show. But, hey, it got us there. It's not perfect. And now they're going to be mad at me. What a fairy tale ending. I mean, you could have turned off the approach mode and the autopilot at 500 feet and landed it, but who cares? We're going to hit the grass. Donut, drift, come across. We'll park it where we want it. It's a game. Let's see. Don't worry about stuff. You drift your plane, we'll drive back across the airport if we want. For some reason, I knew that was going to happen. I don't know if the wind or because I told us to go around.
FedEx 121 contact ground on 121.0.
Could have been a little slow. Let's just pull it up to the gate here. We'll park by one of these big boys. Well, that was that. And I'll probably never do that again. Maybe. If this actually helps anybody, I'll make another one. If you want me to. If not, I don't care. I'm drinking beer and flying fake airplanes. You should too.